Well. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the August 28th edition of Speaking of Zane, 204th week that we've done this, and I'm not tired of it yet. Good to have everybody in there tonight. Daryl's in there. Let's do a quick little roll call. Daryl's in there from the St. Louis area, Florissant to be exact. Lori is in there from Ackworth, Georgia. Ken's in there. Ken, I'm anxious to find out if you're planning to watch Artemis blast off in the morning. Artemis 1. Steve Shirley's in there from Papillion, good old Omaha, Nebraska. Dan Jeffers down in the Tampa, St. Pete area. And my Aunt Mary down in Ocilla, Georgia, the booming metropolis of. And there's Carl and Peggy Q, I believe, from Warsaw, Missouri. All right. Got the crowd shaping up. Oh, that's right, Ken. I forgot. Yeah. Ken's out of town doing a little consulting, I believe. All right. Well, let's see. We'll have some others join, I know, along the way. Let's see. I'm dragging right now. I am stuffed. I just gorged myself on some corned beef and cabbage. What made me do it in August? I have no idea. I had one in the freezer, a big one, and I'll eat on that all week. But I just had my initial gorging of the corned beef and cabbage. It was absolutely delicious. Have not posted a picture of it, but you can bet I will. All right. Well, let's see. Lori and I had an absolutely fantastic time last night at a party at some friends, Kathy and Gordon Cobb, and we had a we love the '80s party, I think they called it, and that happened to be a year that a lot of us sort of grew up. I know Lori and I did. It was the year that we were in the military. It was the year that we met each other. It was the year that we got married. It was the year of the decade of good music. It was a decade where we had two of our children. Anyway, it was a fantastic party. Everybody came sort of dressed accordingly. And I told Lori asked me, she started planning this thing weeks and weeks ago. And she said, well, what do you think you'll wear? And I'm like, well, I said, the thing I wore the most in the 80s was a flight suit. But I don't have one that'll fit. But I'm getting close. More about that here in a minute. But yeah, so yeah, we had a fantastic time there at the party, and they had karaoke with 80s music and lots of 80s movie posters, and just a good old time with a bunch of old fogies, ourselves among the old fogey category. But that was a good time. So Kathy, I know Kathy Cobb watches quite a bit. And Kathy, if you're in there, thank you so much for hosting, you and Gordon, as always. And looking forward to the next outing at the Cobb's house. All right, let's see. Lori did a fantastic job, by the way. Lori found, anyway, I was going to say, Lori found, oh, shoot. Well, I don't have them in here. Doggone it. Lori found a pair of sneakers exactly like the ones I had in the 80s. And I even have some pictures of me wearing them, but they're high top sneakers. Well, doggone it. Hang on a second. I'm going to have to go get them now. So let me put you on pause. Okay, these are just too good not to share. They are, this was in my Budweiser days. This was, these are Budweiser sneakers all the way down to the sole. I had a pair exactly like this many, many years ago. And Lori found a pair. These are gently worn by someone, but Lori found them, and I wore these last night. Just crazy, absolutely crazy. And she found me a ZZ Top Eliminator album T-shirt, and so I was looking like the '80s. So it was a good time. She put a lot of effort. She put a lot more effort into that than I did, but it was awesome. All right, you guys are struggling. You guys, somebody's made the connection with the hat of the week. I might as well go ahead and say the hat of the week, hat of the week, hat of the week. So Reagan Bush, 84. This is a hat of the week for the party. So this is the hat I wore last night to the party that I don't remember the second half of. But anyway, it was a good party, and I got a Reagan Bush hat out of it. So thank you, Lori. All right. Let's see. Jim Miller's in there. Hey, Jimbo. Okay. Let's see. So house fire update, neighbors house fire update. Some headway. This last week I mentioned that there's a porta potty there. There's a porta potty there, and this week they delivered a big dumpster, that's as long as the driveway dumpster, and one of those job boxes like contractors use. That's all in place, and then I did see Mike and April. They stopped by a few days ago and were checking on things. Oh yeah, that Lori, they put a power pole in the ground. So because their electrical service was where the lightning got in and it's all destroyed, they installed a new power pedestal with a meter box in the yard, in the middle of the yard. I don't know if they tapped into the underground delivery or how they did it. I didn't see them. If I was working, but if I'd have known they were out there, I would have gone and investigated, because that kind of stuff interests me. But anyway, so yeah, so some activity next door. They got a fresh mow today, thanks to this guy. I mowed both the yards today, and this neighbor on this side. I wanted to get my steps in, so I went ahead and mowed both ours and the two neighbors. So anyway, fortunately, they're not that big. Okay, let's see what's going on here. What else is going on? Weight loss update. 56 pounds. I told you I'd be at 56 pounds. Last week I was 55. My goal was a pound a week. I'm going to try to accelerate it. We've got a little activity starting at work, another sort of health challenge. And this one's not about tracking weight. This one's all about sleep and activity. So we're going to be tracking steps, and you get points based on how many steps and sleep. So I've got a little team formed. There's 5 of us on my team. And so we're going to tackle a new challenge for the next, I don't know how long it is, a couple months. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm going to be ratcheting up my 2-mile daily walk, I think. Because the most points available for the steps are at 10,000 steps. Well, I'm normally at about between 7,500 and 8,000 steps a day. That's including my 2-mile. So I may have to add a little bit to my walk to get myself in the 10,000 step category to get the maximum points. So I'm excited that maybe that'll be what I need to get unstalled here in the mid 50s, now that I'm at 56 pounds lost and on my way to 60. So stay tuned for that if anybody gives a crap. But anyway, but I'll continue to report it. All right, what else is going on? The Braves are playing right now. Got a little bit of a late start. There was a rain delay in St. Louis, but they won the first night big and lost last night by a run. Playing on ESPN tonight. So as soon as I'm done here, I will be watching the Braves game. 2 of my favorite teams, Braves and Cards. I love the Cardinals. All right, let's see. Oh, peanut update. I told you last week I was shipping some raw peanuts to Charlotte, and she was going to introduce them to some friends of hers in Seattle. And she boiled them. I shipped them. She got them. She boiled them yesterday, and she to mixed reviews. She said that her boyfriend, Jeff, liked them, but nobody else liked them. And I'm like, well, that's typical. She says, I'm okay with that because that means that's more for me. And I'm like, that's a good strategy right there. But hey, we try to share our love of boiled peanuts with the world, and the world doesn't always like them, but that's okay. But good for Charlotte sharing some peanuts there. She said that she was so excited. She said, this smells so good in here, Dad. But okay, let's see. So, we had a great week. I don't know if Kelly's in here tonight. Kelly was in here last week, but we had a really good progress this week at my Warriors place. I reported last week that fellow Air Force vet Dale, one of my coworkers, went out there and did a little work and got some things squared away, and then was able to get the system back up so that I could see it remotely, which I can now. And but that was only the beginning. So we needed some more. We still need some more. We needed more work done. So my buddy Nathan at work, Marine, and his son-in-law, who was on one of my first students, they went out there Friday and made tremendous progress. They got 4 more of the access points up. So now we have 6 access points active on the property, all going to the new internet connection. And I'm able to watch it remotely. I'm able to watch it on my phone. I'm able to get alerts and alarms if anything goes wrong. And then we're gonna get back out there, and we got some more work to do. There's some other access points that aren't working yet, but the guys spent the whole day out there Friday. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Let me see if I can share. Some of you nerds might enjoy seeing this. Let me see if I can. Here we go. Just slide it over here. This is, and I'll share this screen. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. Give me a minute. I am frozen. My video is frozen, but if you can hear me, stand by a minute. And let me see if I can get things back running. Okay, let's see. Somebody give me a thumbs up if I'm back. My whole computer froze up there, and it looks like I'm back now. I see Toby's in there. Okay. All right, I'm back, I think. Let me try that again. I wanted to share. And maybe I shouldn't. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. So here's how there we go. All right. Colin Crim's in there. Hey, Colin. Katie's in there. Hey, Katie. All right. So this is how I'm monitoring the network out there at my Warriors place with a very nice cloud-based system that allows me to see all the access points, all the clients that are connected, what the clients are. You can see there's Xboxes and all kind of stuff connected to the network. So if I can see all of these access points and all of the devices, then I know everything is running good, and I'm able to see a very similar interface on my phone. So once we get everything really working well out there, then it'll be real easy just to watch it and make any necessary changes over the internet. So anyway, for you nerds, that's kind of fun thing there. And I'm just happy we can help her with this, and look forward to getting it all 100% squared away. But man, the guys I work with have been absolutely awesome. All right. So that was a lot of fun, and actually met, there's a guy staying there on the property right now with his motorhome and his family. He's an active duty Coast Guardsman named John. He's a warrant officer in the Coast Guard. I didn't know Coast Guard had warrant officers, but anyway, Kelly connected us and said, hey, he says he knows IT stuff. Maybe he can help you. And he did. We spent a little time doing some things. I think it was on Tuesday. And so John was able to try a few things for me. And I was able to make sure that all of his devices got connected, his kids' Xbox, and all of those things are connected now. And now there's broader reach on the property. So we got a little breathing room now, but we still got some more work to do. But it's kind of a fun, nerdy little project. Okay, let's see what else is going on. I mentioned, Ken, you're out of town. Normally you would be up watching the launch, Artemis 1. I guess it's the biggest rocket we've ever launched, I think. We're launching a capsule to the moon and back, unmanned, in preparation for a manned launch to the moon sometime in the future. But the launch tomorrow is at 08:33. So I will be up and watching the launch before all my students are online. So that'll be fun. I'm kind of nerdy that way. I'd love to drive down there. Love to have driven down there. All right, let's see. I am driving. So I'm not driving. No, I'm not driving. I'm going to Virginia on Thursday. I'm flying up to Richmond on Thursday and going to the retirement ceremony of a friend of mine. He's retiring after 20 years in the Air Force as a senior master sergeant. And he invited me to attend, and that's at a winery in Williamsburg. So I'm flying into Richmond Thursday morning. His retirement ceremony is Thursday afternoon. And then I'm staying Thursday night. I'll be there all day Friday. And it sounds like I might get to see the Virginia grandkids. We're a little uncertain because they've been looking for a new place in Maine, and they've been down here on vacation in different places. And anyway, looks like I'll be able to see the Virginia grandkids on Friday, perhaps, and then fly home on Saturday morning. Let's see. And then we have our 10th Act reunion. I know Steve's in here. Amy's often in here. But we got good in the chat there, Daryl. Yeah, we got to go work on that lunar rover. It's overdue on its service window, 100,000 mile. Let's see. I am going to the 10th Acts reunion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I have to go to work. It worked out great. I got to be in St. Louis um, September the 14th and 15th, and then the 10th Acts reunion is in Branson on the 16th, 17th, 18th, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna drive down from St. Louis, spend the Friday, Saturday, drive back to St. Louis, fly home Thursday um, for the reunion. So I look forward to seeing some of you that weren't at the last one. Carl, I think Carl's going to be there. All right. Well, let's see. What do we have here this week in military? What did I miss? Anything I miss up there? I don't think so. This week in military history, I only had one item, and we mentioned it last week as well, and that's the disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan, which left 13 service members dead a year ago on August 26th. And so I thought I would read their names this week. Marine Corps Lance Corporal David Espinoza was 20 from Rio Bravo, Texas. Marine Corps Sergeant Nicole G. was 23 from Roseville, California. Marine Corps Staff Sergeant Darren Hoover was 31 from Utah. Army Staff Sergeant Ryan Knaus, he was 23 from Corryton, Tennessee. Marine Corps Corporal Hunter Lopez was 22 from Indio, California. Marine Corps Lance Corporal Riley McCullum was 20 from Jackson, Wyoming. Marine Corps Lance Corporal Dylan Marola was 20 from Rancho Cucamonga, California. Marine Corps Lance Corporal Kareem Nakui was 20 from Norco, California. Marine Corps Sergeant Giovanni Rosario was 25 from Lawrence, Massachusetts. Marine Corps Corporal Humberto Sanchez was just 22 from Logansport, Indiana. Marine Corps Lance Corporal Jared Schmitz was 20 from Wentzville, Missouri, buried there at Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery. Navy Hospital Corpsman Max Soviak was 22 from Berlin Heights, Ohio. And Marine Corps Lance Corporal Dagan Page from Beaver Lake, Omaha, Nebraska. And Dagan Page was 23, graduate of Millard South, I believe. And he's buried there at Omaha National Cemetery. And several of us have paid our respects to him there. And Jimbo does regularly on his as he travels past there. So that's the 13 that we lost 1 year ago on August 26th in that explosion during the withdrawal from Afghanistan. Tragedy, absolute tragedy. Okay, let's see who else we got here. I see Mary Hillman has joined. Hello, welcome to Speaking of Zane, where we say his name to keep his memory alive. You're right, James. God bless all of them. And if we keep saying their name, then they won't be forgotten. Okay, let's see. How about a Veteran Cemetery Challenge update? Well, Daryl, after being ill for a couple of weeks, Daryl finally made it back out to Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery, where his wife Wanda rests. And Daryl made a visit there. Daryl also took a couple of pictures and posted of some memorials that are there at Jefferson Barracks. Just a massive place, Jefferson Barracks. And there was a couple of monuments. Daryl visited the Purple Heart Monument, and I think one for one of the airborne units. I can't remember which, but Daryl, thank you for that. Speaking of Omaha National, Jim Miller made a visit to Omaha National, visited our good friend Todd Vanderwerken that we all served with, and Lance Corporal Dagan Page, whose name I just read as one of the fallen from the Afghanistan withdrawal. And Lori made a visit to Georgia National Cemetery this week. And I think she took our little granddaughter with her, if I recall, Carson, who's here. She's here with us right now too. She ate dinner, she had a bath, and oh, you didn't make it, Lori? Okay. Because I know you had to go get your iron tested or something, but anyway. Let's see. And then Carl and Peggy made a couple of visits this week. One to Missouri Veterans Cemetery in Higginsville. Now, it's not a new one for us because I think Daryl's been there, and I think Steve maybe has been there, or Amy in Higginsville, Missouri. But I think the second location that Carl visited, I think it is new on our map. I'm going to go look at the map. And it was the Missouri Confederate Cemetery right next door, I understand. And Carl visited there, took a picture. Thank you for that, Carl. I'm going to add that one to our map. I know that Missouri Veterans in Higginsville is on our map, but I'm not sure that we captured the Confederate cemetery there. So thank you for that. So that means this week we had, well, if I have to take Lori's visit off of there because she didn't make it, so one of us will make it this week for sure. So we had 4 visits this week, 4 visits that were made to honor the fallen at one of the cemeteries across the country, and 1 new one thanks to Carl and Peggy. So that makes our count at 664 visits. So since we started tracking these things, we've made 664 visits. Wow, this is a pretty small group, relatively small group of people. And who went to Canton yesterday? Facebook user. I wonder who that is. Sometimes there's something about StreamYard where if I looked at the Facebook page, I can tell all the Facebook users, but depending on which page that you're viewing on, I don't always see on the StreamYard. So I know there's a Facebook user in there. Oh, gotcha. Okay. So we did have a visit there. That's our oldest son, Tyler, who was born at REF Lincoln Heath. So we'll add another visit. So that means we will have 5 visits this week. So 665 visits since we started a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Lori and I got the crazy idea to do this when we were driving from Atlanta to, where were we going, Lori? College Station, Texas, when Charlotte was at Texas A&M. I think it was our first visit together to Texas A&M, Lori and I. And on the way, we saw some veteran cemeteries, and that's when it all started. And we've been doing it ever since. All right, and thank you guys for playing along with us. Appreciate that. Likewise, with the Think a Vet Challenge, it was that very same visit. No, it wasn't either. It was a different visit because we flew out there one time. Thank you for that. I have lost 56 pounds. Look at that guy. You are looking good. I love to hear that. I got a couple of those last night at the party too. But my face is narrower. But you know what? The most narrow part is my waist. My waist. It's crazy. Let's see. But thank you for that. I feel awesome. It's amazing what shedding 56 pounds now how it can, impact your body. But I'm not done. But thanks for the compliment there. I appreciate that. Yeah, so on another visit, Lori and I flew out to College Station, and I don't remember the occasion. One of the things Charlotte was doing, a ball game or ring ceremony or something. But on our flight back from Houston, I thanked a Vietnam veteran in the airport, and I said, "Wow, that was kind of fun." And I had a good chat with him, and then that's when that started. And we got back and started the challenge and brought you guys along with us. And now we have this little group of people over the last few years has said thank you or I appreciate you to a veteran, a military member, or a first responder 1,605 times. That's 1,605 times you might have just made someone's day. You might have turned someone's day around just by telling them thank you. So it's been really fun to be part of that. And you guys had a really good week this week. I'm going to come back to Lori's card here because I've got the card I want to show, but I'm counting my dad. Well, I'm going to come back to that one too. So Daryl thanked an Army vet on his way to the cemetery, and he thanked an Air Force vet on the way home. I think I got that right, Daryl. Cool how that works. Daryl's Air Force vet was a guy that worked on B-47s and B-52s. How about that? And then Jimbo thanked a Vietnam vet at one of his doctor's appointments this week, and 3 nurses. So Jimbo got 4 in. Ken, who's out of town, thanked 6 Air National Guardsmen in one fell swoop, and 2 gate guards. Gate guard on 2 different visits. Let's see, Matt thanked a retired E9. I don't know what branch of the service, Matt, that you were saying he was in. And here's a good one, Matt Aaron up in Michigan. He also had the honor of thanking a World War II veteran this week. How about that? We are losing them at a rapid pace because they're in the 100 area, you know. And then I mentioned I got a chance to meet and thank and spend a little time on the phone with a Coast Guardsman, John, who's been staying at my Warriors place in his camper or RV since June, I think. And he's stationed at, I think it's called Coast Guard Station, St. Petersburg, Florida. And but he stays right there on my Warriors place with his RV, and they're selling their house up in Connecticut or somewhere. Anyway, he's well, if he said he's getting ready to retire or he's being transferred or something, but anyway, his family's with him there, and they're enjoying my Warriors place. But so that was John, and then Dad. My dad got a couple of thank yous in the way of a nice little note that he mailed, and 2 more thank you challenge coins. If you recall, he sent one to me and one to Lori, and it says on it, on the coin here, it says, "Thank you for your service." Here, I'm going to pull it out of it says, this is my dad, who is my hero. It says, "Thank you for your service," on one side with a bald eagle, and then on the back it says, "Your nation salutes you." But really handsome coin. And so he sent one to me and Lori, and then this week he sent one to our son Jackson and our daughter Hannah, who both served as well. Hannah in the Army, Jackson in the Air Force. So I'm going to pass these on to Hannah and Jackson. So thank you for that, Dad. Here's a man that's Vietnam vet, Silver Star, Purple Heart recipient, 2 combat tours, retired Marine, and he's sending thank yous to us. That's just the kind of guy he is. I love him. All right, let's see. And Lori had a neat little story. If you follow Lori, did you put it on the Facebook, Speaking of Zane Facebook group, Lori? I think you might have, but she was out and about, and somebody approached her. She saw her license plate, which is a veteran's tag, and handed her this card that says thanks. It's like a postcard. It says thanks, and see, it's got the crest, the seals of all the branches, and on the back it says, "To my hero, from a grateful American. Thank you for your service and your sacrifice, and for defending America's freedom and liberties. You're a great patriot. You'll never be forgotten for your courage and dedication in protecting the greatest nation on earth, the United States of America. God bless you." So Lori was the recipient of a very nice thank you, and she, of course, told him that that we both served, and so he sent one for me. So I have one, and Lori has one, it gave Lori an idea to do a very similar thing. So she wants to know if anybody out there wants to. She's going to place a bulk order for some. I don't know if they're going to be like her back the blue card size or what, but she's going to order a batch. If anybody wants any, put it in the chat or let me know, and we'll make sure to get you some. But yeah, so that was awesome there. So how encouraging is that there's other people out there thanking veterans besides us, right? Sometimes it feels like we're the only ones, I know, but there's people out there thanking veterans. So that's awesome. Awesome. So for this week, if I add all of those thank yous up, we had 19 thank yous as a group this week. So we are currently sitting at 1,605, like I mentioned. So how about that? That's awesome. Awesome. Okay, well, let's see. Organizations have, I like to talk about different organizations that we stumble on, learn about, align with. You guys know, we support Wounded Warrior Project. Zane is an alumni. We support Semper Fi Bar and Grill. I have a story about that too in a minute. We support Running to Honor up in Michigan. We support Continuing the Mission. We support Cherokee County Homeless Veterans, Reach Across America, the Gary Sinise Foundation, and of course my Warriors Place. That's very special to us. And anyway, I have this whole section. I like to talk about things that are going on with those organizations or any new ones that we find out about that are doing good work. And I gave you the update on my Warriors Place that we continue to do there. And also thank you for those of you who have already donated or bought your tickets for the Ducked Up Derby that my Warriors Place is having on September 24th. You don't have to be there to win, but they're going to float. You buy a duck, a little rubber duck, or you don't buy the duck. You buy a chance at that duck winning however many of those that you want to. And then they're going to have a duck race, a duck derby. So it's right on the waterway, the river. So they put all the ducks at a starting line, I guess. And I don't know how far they have to float, but if your duck wins, you can win something. Anyway, so Ducked Up Derby. So if you want to participate in the Ducked Up Derby, it's not too late, I don't think. I'm going to put the link in the chat here if anybody wants to go check it out. But it's a really long link there. But in fact, it's spanned. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if that'll let you get to it. Anyway, I'll put it on the Speaking of Zane Facebook group. Okay. And then I mentioned the Wi-Fi progress. Also, there's and when we get closer to this, I'll let you guys that are down in the Florida area know about this. There's a local celebrity softball tournament and concert sometime, I think, in late October. So Lori and I are planning to go down, and we'll do it. We'll have a work day down there with my work, and do it in conjunction with being down there for that. Anyway, so that's what's going on there with my Warriors Place. Okay, let's see. I did see in the Heroes Lost or Wounded section, I did see that there was I didn't see her name, or if it was funny Dan listed, but there was I think she was a recruit, Army recruit, I believe, National Guard, 17-year-old young lady died. Gosh, what was that? I don't know if I saved that or not, but let me take a look real quick. Yeah, Pennsylvania National Guard soldier, 17 years old, collapsed during training and died just a few days later. That's on Stars and Stripes. Let me see if it'll let me read the. Yeah, it happened at Fort Jackson. PFC Alyssa Cahoon died Thursday. Terrible. Terrible. So, okay. Well, let's see. Don't forget to check on your friends. In addition to, saying hello to veterans and thanking veterans, you should be checking on your buddies. Don't take anything for granted, for sure. But, it seems, sometimes it seems this insurmountable task that no matter how well-intentioned we might be, it seems like you can't help everybody. I mean, it seems like the odds are so great that you could make a difference. But Ronald Reagan, my favorite president, very famously said, when confronted with that very thing, we can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone. And wow, what a powerful statement there. We can't help everyone, so any single person can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone. It's an incredible quote that I love, probably my all-time favorite quote. And another one, we don't know them all, but we owe them all. That's why we tell them thank you, and that's why we go visit them when they've passed, is we don't know them all, but we owe them all. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, gang. Well, I've enjoyed it. I'm going to see how the Braves are doing. Don't anybody tell me in the chat. I know we're a few innings in, but I'll get most of the game. But hey, thanks for joining me here tonight on Speaking of Zane. I cannot tell you what it means to have people willing to listen to this old man talk about his son and other things. And you guys have been absolutely amazing over the last number of years since we've been doing this, over 2 years anyway. What, Lori, what did I say? 200 and our 4 years, 204 edition, 204 weeks. We've done this for over 4 years now, but and you guys have been part of it. Most of you for a good bit of it, some of you for all of it. So thank you immensely. If I could grab a hold of your neck and hug every one of you right now, I would. But I appreciate you guys, and have a great week. Make it count. You don't know what's in front of us, but have a good attitude, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody right back here. I'll be able to report to you how my trip to Virginia went next Sunday night, and I'll look forward to doing that. And we'll see you guys down the road. Good night, Ken, Colin, Steve, James, Daryl, Lori, all of you. We'll see you guys later. God bless.